it's just rich.
Rich is few.
Rich is America.
I don't understand how you can give that much money away, because that is,
You got to make a lot first.
he makes a lot, but I think it's got to be a lot from ads, right?
Brands and
Yeah,
stuff.
advertisement.
I don't know. I've never like looked into it too much, but I know he makes a lot of his money from his merchandise.
Really?
He's got little kids buying these sweatshirts and things
Say
like
Beast, say that Blue
It-
Panther
yeah,
or
it's
whatever.
like Beast.
Yeah.
And, then you got a lot of sponsors. You know, every once in a while, yeah, he'll throw in a little sponsor thing, and
Then you got people like me just talking about him and getting him into places where,
You're welcome, Beast. Throw us 10K.
please, I'll be your. I don't think I'm subscribed to you, so I'll be your like 7 millionth, 8 millionth subscriber.
You know,
He's always doing something for
he
those
does
like
stuff for his
1 million.
subscribers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, his 40 millionth subscriber, he got 40 cars.
Yeah, and he got the last one right. He was like, you got to give them away. You got to give
Yeah,
each
he
one
had
away.
to give them away.
And then the last one, they were like, this one's yours. It's like,
So
what?
it's something dope.
Oh, dude, that would be incredible. Someone tells you that you have it. What are all the things he's giving away to the different subscribers?
Oh, dude, I don't. Well, obviously, the normal thing, because he has a lot of videos where he just brings on people into his like little studio, his compound, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And they do little dumb challenges, and if they do it, the standard amount's usually like 10,000.
Right.
But like as far as things go, dude, I don't know. A lot of cars.
House. He's giving houses away.
Gives houses away.
Dude, like he gave one to a pizza man.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool always hearing a story where you're like, wow, this guy actually needed a house.
Uh-huh.
It was a dude with three.
Person in need, his mother's sick or something. It's like, you're like, dude, he deserved that.
Yeah, it just happened that he actually managed to do God's work in that moment. And you're like, so be it, man. Hey, try and get that a little closer to your mouth if you can. You can. I know you're probably afraid to pull it. It came out. Extendo Patronum.
Extendo clip. Extendo mic.
Bra bra skit.
Extendo Patronum, I got that.
It took me. I didn't know if that was gonna register,
Oh, no,
but
dude. Big Harry Potter buff here.
dude, I recently have been wanting to watch the Harry Potters.
Yeah, Kaylee,
Yeah.
my girlfriend.
Shout out.
Shout out, K-Dog. She had never watched the Harry Potters for, like, ever. And
Yeah.
with her friends, she's in PT school now, so she made a whole new group of friends. And I've been trying to convince her for so long. I was like, Kaylee, we gotta do a Harry Potter marathon.
Of
Gotta
course.
do-" And she's always like, nah, I feel like they're for kids. I was like,
No.
maybe the first one.
Yeah.
The first
Because they
one's
are
kinda
kids.
Like,
They're like
they're literally in like
9
fifth grade or whatever.
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, but even that one's still cool. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like magical and you feel enchanted. You're like,
Yeah, dude. Sorcerer's Stone and shit flying around. Oh
I
my
know,
gosh,
it's
Quidditch.
introduced to Hogwarts and like the whole wizarding world.
Oh yeah.
But she didn't ever want to do it, and she finally watched them all with her.
Not with you?
Not with me.
How dare she?
I don't know. I was a little bit.
How dare ye,
I was a little
Kaylee?
bit betrayed, but I was like, it's fine. At least she's watching them.
Yeah.
It's a dub.
Oh yeah, definitely a dub.
Albeit betrayed, bittersweet dub, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
We'll take those all day. But yeah, she watched them, and I told her it gets real on the fourth movie, and because like
It does.
she like honestly wasn't super into it,
Mhm.
and I was like, okay, stick it out till the fourth movie. She watched the fourth movie. She was like, that was really sad. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
And-
legit series.
I'm like, it kicks up now.
Yeah.
Now it's not for little kids, Kaylee. And
Shit gets real.
yeah, so she watched all the rest of it, and I was like, the hottest take of all time. She was not a fan. I was like, dude.
Hottest
Or,
take?
okay,
What?
like she didn't like it.
Oh, oh.
Okay, actually, let me rephrase. She didn't like not like it, but she was like, I don't think
It was
worth the
okay.
hype. Yeah.
Hmm,
Like,
interesting.
Everyone always being like Harry Potter, Harry Potter. She didn't. She
Well,
didn't
yeah.
like, dislike it, but
She's probably had people just continuously tell her, "Oh my gosh, you haven't seen it." Oh my, I know I get annoyed when people are like, Keegan, for example, you bastard. He's always like, "Have you seen this movie?" And I'm like, "No, what is it?" And he's like, "It's this crazy movie about this, this, and this." You've really never seen it? You've never
Gas it
seen
up.
it? Huh?
It'll
Oh, it
gas
gasses the hell up out of it, and it's like a 2-star movie that was made in 1962, and you're like,
you're not a man of culture, Justin.
I'm not,
Maybe
dude.
You need to change
That's-
your perspective.
"That's exactly what the hell the situation is," and he's always saying that shit. But
Then that's exactly what it is. It's all perspective. It's like
oh yeah.
you like my favorite movie of all time is Hot Rod.
Oh my gosh, I'm
And
so
it's
glad you
'cause-
just said that.
It is because it personally is like I've watched it like 1,000 times.
The humor
The
is
humor is like exactly kind of how
on point,
yeah.
dude. Every bit of it.
I literally have like based my personality from that humor.
From
It's like,
Hot Rod,
I feel like
dude.
sometimes I make jokes and like say things and I'm like, dude, that could have been in Hot Rod. But like other people
Don't get
they'll
it.
be like, dude, yeah, Hot Rod's not that funny. And I'll be like, And I was like, I guess it's just perspective, and that's why they call it a cult classic. It's because it's like anything that has like a devout fan base. That's
Oh.
like, this is the best thing ever. But then like most of the consensus is like, I don't know,
Is
it's
okay.
good, but it's not good.
I didn't realize that. I did not realize that.
Cult
Yeah.
classic now, you know.
Okay.
Actually, I don't really know. That could be the wrong. But
Uh.
I'm pretty sure that's what it means.
That would make sense. You know, you have probably a small group of people that really enjoy this one movie. Oh my gosh, dude, that makes me so happy that you said that though, because that's a movie that I showed my girlfriend and she's like, I laughed because you and your dad, or no, I don't even think my dad was watching it. She's like, I laughed because you laughed at it and you thought it was so funny. You know, stupid shit where he's like,
He's like,
high fives.
shitheads got some fireworks in the men's bathroom.
you shitheads, dude. Oh my gosh. That movie's so good. Why'd you put your name down as Voltron? Because it's super badass. That's a great
He's
movie.
like, wow, Rod, I am green with raging jealousy. Dude, no, there's endless quotes in that thing, but
If anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, again, one of the greatest movies of all time, but apparently
y'all, let me put you on Hot Rod. If you haven't seen it, yo, do yourself a favor. Hour and a half, just sit down.
totally worth it.
Grab your friends, someone you can laugh with. Even your parents, like it's not that raunchy or anything.
No, it's really not.
Genuine funny comedy. There's cussing.
Occasional. It's not even.
It's not that bad.
It's not like modern day. I curse more than that movie. Sorry, children and people watching, but
Age restricted video here, so if you're
it's
18 or below,
I do click the not for kids on
you have to do that on
YouTube. Yeah, I
That's
click
part of the
not
game.
for kids.
Yeah, that's part of the game. But because yeah, if it is for kids, it's like totally gets messed up. Anyway, Hot Rod.
Wonderful movie.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
And you were saying earlier, dude, about how when I reconnect and hang out with you, it's like nothing's changed, and I love it. You have a few friends in life like that.
Yeah, I know. It's like we used to hang out pretty often back in like 8th grade, your freshman year.
Yeah. That was it was kind of middle school, right? Like
Yeah,
late middle school,
late
early
middle
high school.
Like when I was in 7th and 8th grade, I feel like
Yeah.
that was like the peak. No,
Yeah.
not the peak. I don't want to make it sound, but
I know what you're
it's
talking
like
about.
Peak of communication between us. Probably.
Yeah,
And it's like
yeah.
we don't like hit each other up a whole lot anymore, which I don't take offensively.
I don't either. It's a two-way street, you know, it's- yeah.
I just know because like we're on that level.
Click, ASMR.
We're on that level where it's like I know if like I'm like, okay, that's how Justin feels about this. Like it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So like you invited me on this podcast. I wasn't nervous. I was like, oh dude, I don't know. I haven't like seen Justin or hung out like that much with him in the past like 4 years.
Yeah.
Basically since high school. But I didn't even, that didn't cross my mind. I was like, yo, J Nick in the
Let's
house.
get this
let's
shit
get
going.
it.
I was giddy with excitement, man. I was like, oh my gosh. I was fucking stoked.
I love that word, giddy.
Giddy, man. Oh gosh.
Giddy up, boy. all right.
Gotta hone
Reel it
in.
in, reel it in.
Podcast hone in time. Man, it is weird how you have a select group of friends that you're like that with, though. Because I do have some, like Matthew McCall. Do you remember him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Matthew, Evan's the same way.
Yeah.
It's like that friend group, too. Evan, JD, Jay, shout out everybody.
Shout out the
Joe,
squad.
Austin. Yeah. Every time I see them, it's like nothing's changed. I love seeing them, you know?
You could go years,
Yeah.
like no contact.
Yeah.
Show up to each other's like one of the boys' wedding or something.
Yeah.
You see each other. You're just like, dab it
What's up, brother?
Yeah.
Get after it. Oh, yeah, man.
That's how I feel. You don't get many people like that in life.
No.
So.
I've heard. Do you remember John Osterman by chance? Does that name ring a bell?
Yeah.
So he went to our church when we were a lot younger. They moved down to Mountain Home recently, but
Ostermans,
the
I remember
Ostermans,
that.
yeah, the Ostermans, and they shout out to them as well. Love the family, wonderful family, and they. Or no, I was talking to John one night, and he was explaining to me how there are. I looked this up later. I might mess it up, but there's kind of 3 types of friends in Aristotle's mind. He kind of defines 3 different friends, and there's like friends that are acquaintances, friends and pleasures, and then friends and virtue. Friends as acquaintances, just ones you might see every day. You kind of go to work, see,
wave hi, be like,
yeah,
"Oh,
you're like, hi, how are you doing?
yeah,
The second are those in pleasure, so it's like you take pleasure in fishing, or you enjoy doing a podcast or something like that. And then third one, friends and virtue, where it's like Aristotle says you only have like 3 to 5 of those in your lifetime, but it is, he kind of defines it as every time you come back to them, you know, it's the same environment. You never had any kind of
pick it up right where you left off.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And I think I'm fortunate. I feel like I've had a lot of those, man.
Yeah,
I
there's
feel
gotta
like
be more than 3 to
that's
5.
that's what I'm saying.
And maybe, I don't know, maybe this is a sign of the times. Maybe you didn't talk to as many people back in ancient Rome.
That's what I was gonna say. There's also been,
Or
if you listen to
Greece.
that, you listen to the podcast with Ransom, that second one, I counted out how many, or I looked up how many people there were by year. So in
like
Aristotle,
populations.
yeah,
Yeah.
in Aristotle's time, I don't even know. Maybe there was 1 million.
Yeah, there's like...
Maybe. I'll turn myself up a little bit. Sorry, I'm still figuring this thing out.
No, you're good, Chief.
Yee. Man, so what are you doing outside of running right now?
Well, right now, specifically, this summer, I'm just working with my uncle, HMP, Heritage Medical Products. Shout out. We make hospital beds. And I was supposed to go in there.
Thank you for that. Just, it's kind of like a service type thing.
Yeah,
I know
well, I mean-
anytime someone's doing something in medical or like military, I'm kind of like, thank you for what you're doing. Cause
Not really medical.
but you're helping the medical field.
Yeah,
so.
I did have to take like a field mission to the hospital one day to fix up a bed.
Yeah.
So I met Dietrich. He was like, ah.
Yeah, dude, Matt.
But no, it's like I was supposed to go in there to like help with computer stuff. That's what my uncle originally like signed me on for. He's like, yeah, you know, we need to update our infrastructure, do some like server stuff. I was like, word, I'll hit you up with that. And I went in there and he's like, yeah, but we, you know, we're also pretty busy right now. So like, if you're not doing computer stuff, like if you are in a little lull or something, like, you know, we'll have you come out and help make beds, like physically do the assembly and stuff. And I was like, okay.
Okay.
Very first day, he wasn't there. He was on vacation actually when I started. So he told me just report to Barb and Randy. They're the two. They're the two people in there that like mainly make the beds. And I went in there and I started making beds. And I literally have not sat down at a computer screen the entire summer that I've been there.
Well, that's kind of nice.
It is kind of nice, but also I kind of want to do some computer stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I've learned a lot about how to make a hospital bed.
Yeah. See, my internship last year was kind of the other way around. It was like I got out. This year's been a lot better. I have the same internship I did last summer, but last summer, I was there and I was kind of like, okay, waiting for somebody to give me a task. No one's telling me what to do. I'd email a couple people and say, hey, I don't have anything to do. Let me know what you need me to do. And I'd sit there for a while. And then I got this task to make tooling for different projects. So they'd tell me, they'd give me a drawing and say, hey, we want a piece that will locate this on this or whatever. So I sit there, create it, send it off. And then it was like, same task. I just kept doing computer work, and I wasn't out learning anything. And then this summer has been a lot better. They've given me more freedom to go out and try and help and solve and do, and it's been
Be a part of the process.
so much more knowledgeable.
Yeah,
I've gained so much more from it. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, at this like time in like our lives, like like when you're in like that sort of college years, it's like a job. It's like, yeah, for money, but it's like you also like need that experience.
you need to learn shit, man.
And yeah, because I know with your job, because I know like Caleb Boys was there, and obviously we run together a lot. Shout out again.
Love you, Caleb.
And he would like tell me about it, and yeah, that sounds like a good like experience type of job, like especially for you doing like mechanical.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's like basically the perfect internship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me, West Plains, like computer science, West Plains isn't really the strongest place.
Probably not sought after.
No.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I try to get some internships with like the 1 or 2 computer like places, which are more like computer repair and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's like maybe one place that like deals heavily with like software and stuff, which is what I do.
Okay.
And
I was gonna ask, how much do you actually know about hardware of a computer? Do you know plenty, or
I I mean, I will learn more, but at the moment, not a whole lot. There's really only been one class that I've taken that kind of went over stuff like that, and it was like the basics. It was like,
Yeah.
you know, GPU,
Hard drive.
CPU, memory unit, you know, all the stuff that like is standard in a computer.
Okay.
It didn't get like too advanced with
Okay.
everything.
But you know the software side of things pretty well at this point. Like you've done plenty of programming and plenty of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty well. I mean, I'm still like I'm a little bit like not super confident because like I see on like anytime there's like a movie scene or something with like
Yeah.
people coding or like it shows the code on screen. I'm always looking at it like, oh yeah.
Are you trying to analyze it and see what it is?
And then I always look at it and I'm like, what? I was like, I
What
don't
in
know
the
any of that means. But granted, there's like a million coding languages,
Right.
of which I know, or like pretty well know like 4.
How many do you really think there are if you were to guess? Because can't machines and all sorts of stuff have like their own language?
Yeah.
Man.
I would say, kind of a.
Is there even like an estimate? Could you give an estimate?
I could give an estimate. It's probably about 1,000, and I'm giving that answer because I was filling some kind of like application for like an internship. Didn't get it, but filling it out, it was like about computers, and it was like, what do you know, like what languages, and it pulled up like a
Drop down list.
Yeah, like a drop down list.
Oh,
and
hell.
I kid you not, I could have scrolled for like 30 minutes. Okay, not that long, but
Dude.
it was a lot, and I was like, whoa.
Damn.
And I had to search. Luckily, it was alphabetical, so I could search for like the 4 that I knew. I was
Yeah.
like, but I'm sure like the 4 that I know are very common for a lot of them are like, okay,
Well,
you need to specifically with this software doing this thing. It's like,
Yeah, well, that's kind of got to be the case, right? Because like C++ is a big one for.
a big one.
That's a big one for. You know, I'm sure it's used across many different machines. Or
It's like
see, I go back to machines because
the
that's
big
just
ones. Well, the ones that I know C++. C++,
Python.
Python,
Do you know Python?
Java, JavaScript. I mean, it's
Yeah.
basically the same. And HTML, if you want to count that, it's not really a language.
See, I don't even know what the hell that means.
Hypertext markup language.
Love it.
Trivia.
Love it.
Uh,
Hypertext markup language. That is good trivia to know.
yeah.
Just kind of have that.
Impress your friends with that. They'll call you a nerd.
HTML. I just see that on like.
It's on every website you type.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Websites?
It's like website language, but
Okay.
I guess Java, JavaScript, Python, C++. Even I don't even know like C+ or C or
Yeah.
C sharp, the other C ones.
But they're kind of similar, right?
They're pretty similar. It's basic. Well, every language is honestly like the same language. The only thing that's different is the syntax, like how you type something.
And that's because they each have kind of a different purpose or what they were built for,
Yeah,
right? So it's like
some
you can
things are
do
more
something easier.
intuitive
Yeah.
For this specific purpose, or like Python, for example, is known as it's more statistical. So
Okay.
if you need to deal with a bunch of numbers, like if you're an accountant or like making a program for accountants or like something, do it in Python.
Okay.
It's like, but like something like Java's really good for like creative things. So it's like if you're gonna make like a video game or something, I think Java would be a good one for that.
Oh, okay.
Surprisingly, I'm pretty sure Call of Duty's written in Python, which is weird.
Really?
I mean, it can be done. It's like every language that has.
You
like,
can
all
do. As I've gotten to know MATLAB, which is like the big engineering
Yeah,
one,
that's
you
a
know.
big-
Do you know that one at all
It's
or
kind
much?
of- you kind of deal with it with Python.
Okay, I
It's,
see
it's
it.
like a part of Python, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But go ahead.
I was just gonna say, my teachers, you know, are fucking experts on it, so they're like just rattling blah blah blah. Pull something up and then show me what it does, and it's like a depiction of a car bouncing off of springs and a damper, and you're like, what the hell? How did you do that?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know, they've been doing it for however many years already. So
Yeah, because it's like, if you want to think about it like this, it's like the original computer language is literally binary. It's like zeros and ones.
Right.
And so someone had to create a language with that language.
out of zeros and ones.
And it's like someone was smart enough to put together like an interface and like an environment in which someone else can go in and then make sense of, or not have to make sense of the zeros and ones.
Right.
And they can use a computer. So, and then from that, you use whatever language that would be to make a new language that's more intuitive.
Yeah.
And it's like it kind of snowballs and you build off of.
It's pretty wild. It's pretty. My mind always goes to the physical aspect of it. So like, somewhere in there, you're talking about zeros and ones. Something's got to be clicking on and off, right? Like, signals are sent, and it's like, what the hell?
They say like technically the smallest computer that you can make in the world, like right now, is one molecule, one atom.
That's
large
insane.
Because it's a thing that either does or does not.
Yes,
let an electrical current go through it.
And that's what's incredible.
If it doesn't, that's a 0. If it does, that's a 1. Computer. And so you put billions of those per second together, and you've got something that can do a lot, as much as a computer does.
Yeah.
And yeah, this might be boring. Probably no one cares.
I enjoy hearing it. I don't give a
when
shit.
you see like a computer like the Dell, and it says like 1.9 gigahertz processor.
Yeah, I definitely didn't know what to take into account when I was buying my laptop. What is that?
Well, like gigahertz, giga billion.
Yeah.
Hertz is like per second.
Okay.
Like something happening per second.
Right.
So if it's 1.9 billion actions per second, that means there's 1.9 billions zeros or ones that are being computed, like in that computer.
1 billion. I can't wrap my head around a million. A billion.
Yeah. And that's in your tiny little microchip.
That's incredible.
Isn't that crazy? And
we're incredible. Humans are incredible, dude.
We've developed.
Do you remember those YouTube videos? Humans are awesome or whatever.
People are awesome.
People are awesome.
Yeah,
that was the wildest shit that just came to my mind.
In like 2011.
Oh my gosh.
Bumping.
Dude, people doing crazy shit on bikes and trikes and all sorts of stuff.
I remember I was subscribed to them, and I think I unsubscribed because it's kind of the same stuff like every week.
Yeah.
Like a weekly video, and it was like, all right, yeah, cool backflips and weird parkour and like cool little tricks. Every once in a while, you get something unique that you're like, that's dope.
Shit like base jumping. Holy hell.
Yeah. But
didn't mean to take you off the computer thing though, dude.
Oh no.
1.9 billion per second. That is unfathomable.
I think this might be updated now. I hope no one fact checks me on this, but I think the fastest computer that was made by humans was it was in the trillions. It was like a something trillion gigahertz processor, and they made it in a lab. It was like a cryogenic lab. Where no
super
one else was
cool
in
and
it 'cause it was
everything,
cool there. Yeah, they had to literally have like robot arms like doing it, and they ran it up, and it lasted for a couple seconds in this super frozen cryo lab, because when you have that many things going on, it blew itself up. It heated up and melted.
Wow.
Because of all of that was going on in the microchip.
So they didn't calculate this? They didn't try and think? I mean, maybe they did.
I don't know. I'm sure they were like...
But it did something for like a second, and then it was like kaput.
It like solved the world's problems for a second and then died.
And then it was... Like, no! Everyone's like, there goes $5 billion. Awesome.
Government project out the window. Scientists fired.
That would be terrible.
Yeah. But no, actually now, the new thing... I say new, it's a couple years old, but they're making quantum computers.
That I've heard about that.
Yeah.
Same type of thing, like it either does or it doesn't. It's just so small.
Yeah, because, okay, the physical limitations of a computer is that we can't get something smaller than an atom. What are you supposed to do about that?
Right.
Well, quantum stuff is smaller than atoms.
Okay.
So, basically, oh, God, it's confusing. Even I can't really explain it. I haven't, looked it up that much, but the basics are that instead of having a byte or a bit, I should say, being 0 or 1, which... Okay, hang on. I gotta go from the start. I gotta give you some context.
Yeah.
In a byte, there's 8 bits.
Okay.
And each of those bits being 0 or 1.
Okay,
so
I kind of remember this.
So that means a byte is 2 to the 8th power.
Okay.
Because that's how many possible different things. It could all be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
Oh, yeah.
0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1.
Right.
However many different possible combinations, it's 2 to the 8th power, whatever that number is.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's...
I don't even remember. Not
250, 512, 1040, 2048? I don't know.
2048. That's what my mind went to, that game.
Oh, I know 4096 is 12, because that's important in computer science. I don't know. I don't remember why, but it is. So...
Do you have like select numbers that are like important to kind of know?
Things that you remember, but anyway, so that's kind of how like the bit works, right?
Okay.
Well, in a quantum computer, instead of it being a 0 or 1, it's kind of both a 0 and a 1 at the same time.
Oh,
it's like
that's
Schrodinger's bit.
Schrodinger's bit.
Yeah,
oh hell.
And so instead of then, like how the logic works out is like instead of it being one thing or the other, there's basically 4 combinations.
Okay.
So that doesn't mean it's twice as powerful. That means because it's exponential, it's 4 to the 8th power instead of 2 to the 8th power, which is a lot larger number. And then the more bits you have, it exponentially gets way more powerful than, yeah.
I don't even know how to comprehend that. You say so. You say 4 possibilities. Is that like on,
It's like-
on, off, on, off because you have
Yeah,
or what?
yeah, like on, off, off, or something. I don't know, dude. It's.
And now I need to
weird.
look into quantum computing.
Yeah, now you need to research that and get educated, folks. Get educated.
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 Because I'm obviously not.
No, I mean even I don't really like. Obviously, if I knew more, I could explain it better.
Are we not very far into quantum computing? Because it sounds.
Google has one. IBM has one.
Okay.
I don't know. There's not many that exist in the world.
Oh hell.
And because obviously it's like a very pricey research and development project to
Yeah.
get one quantum computer,
Okay.
and then to run it. There's not anything we can really do too much with it right now.
Mm-hmm.
But just know that probably by the time we're we are adults, but I mean like 40s probably, they'll probably have quantum computers like more developed and more integrated in society.
Does that mean we're gonna be able to time travel like Iron Man?
Yes.
That's what I like to hear. That's all I wanted to know. Have you ever heard of Moore's Law? I was gonna ask you
I
that.
feel like I've heard of it. What? Tell me.
So I looked it up. It's been a while since I looked it up, and I think someone told me that it's not really following its trend anymore. But the thought is that basically we can only fit so many transistors on a computer chip. I think you know better than I do. And so
Moore's Law is a thing in CS. You're right.
okay, so as we put more transistors on a computer chip, it's like we're able to obviously make them faster, I believe, make our computers faster.
Yeah.
But it's also having the cost go down for whatever reason. So it's like you're paying, let's say you have a computer chip with 2 transistors, you pay $5. Well, now you have a computer chip with 4 transistors and you only pay $7. It's not like it's linear.
The rate is like.
Yeah, so we're going to have super high tech. Like, look at our phones. We have a phone better than the NASA did back in the 60s,
Yeah.
and it's $800,
Yeah.
$400,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No, I see. So it's like things are getting more advanced and less expensive per unit of advancement. Or
right,
whatever.
because of efficiency or because of just like, I don't know, practicality, I guess.
Yeah. Supply and demand goes
Yeah.
into it, I'd imagine.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, you think we really have to pay $400, $500, $1,000 for an iPhone? No.
No.
They don't. But
Yeah.
large companies love to make money.
It's true.
So,
But if you look at it, like if I had my iPhone 8 and it was take it back, run it back to 2010.
yeah.
If I pulled this puppy out in 2010, they would have been like, that's $5,000.
That's probably true.
And
That's
so, I mean, it holds.
yeah.
The law holds, but
Well, you definitely think about like how fast computers have been, and you think about. So I really wanted 16 gigabytes of RAM on my laptop. That was one thing I was like, I know I need like at least that much for 3D modeling because if I have 8, it'll lag up on me if I try doing anything remotely like medium size. So 16 is gonna be good. I got it, and now I'm trying to do video editing. And I wish I would have had 32, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's doable.
2020.
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
Fuck.
Yeah, no, I feel what you're saying.
But our computers have just gotten faster, and you can still pay way less. So that's cool. I mean,
Any technology.
Yeah.
I mean, the reason it's like, yeah, it's like people complain about the prices, and I mean, I agree. It's like prices that shouldn't cost that much for sure, but
no.
it definitely, I mean, isn't cheap for the company to make like even an individual phone, because like for the most powerful ones now these days, well, I don't know about phones, but like take the Xbox Series X, the new console, for
Okay.
example. And it has like alloys and metals that are like rare on
Really?
Yeah, and so it does cost like for that to go into that's how they make it so powerful. That's like what they're using in the microchips.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And, so that's why it costs as much as it does, and that's also why they're like they couldn't just stock shelves with them and have everyone who wants one get one.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've heard for the PS4, Taylor Cornish was telling me,
T-Corn.
T-Corn, shout out. We'll do plenty of shout outs, I'm sure. he was telling me that there are so many people that are buying the PS5 and scalping.
Yeah,
You've heard of scalping?
uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. He was talking about that, and he got a GPU, I think he said. He ended up breaking down and buying it, and then China decided to go ahead and make more, and then they were not as expensive as when he bought it. He was pretty bummed about that, but
That's just a bad investment.
yeah, it didn't work out for him.
That's
But
sad to see.
yeah,
But yeah, yeah, scalping was bad.
for PS5 and Xbox, or
Both of them.
really?
Even like Nintendo Switch, everything.
But what was the?
It will. I mean, people just like to buy things.
I
that
mean,
are,
to make a profit.
yeah,
Yeah.
things that aren't limited.
Yeah.
People will always just be buying them and selling them at higher prices to the people who couldn't get them. Because there's always going to be some rich dad who their little
Capitalism.
son or, yeah, their little son or their little daughter's going to be like, Daddy, I want the Bing Bang.
Yeah, you get those spoiled ass kids that are like, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want
And
it, I
the rich
want it.
dad's like, oh,
How much is it? $7,000?
swipe.
Fuck. All right, I guess. Wink. Whatever. There goes 2 months of paycheck. But
Yeah. No, and the scalpers are bad, dude, because like what it is, as a computer science, I can say this.
Yes.
Subtle flex, but what they do is they write programs that are designed to, as fast as the computer can go, like go to the website and buy it and check out and everything, like as fast as it can go.
Damn.
So you clicking your buttons and having to wait for it to load.
People
and
are faster than that.
typing in your address and your card information and hitting checkout. It's like, dude, the computer does that instantly for these scalpers.
Wow.
And so, luckily, what stores are doing is having a thing where you could, it's like one purchase per customer. So it's like it can't just go in and buy over and over and over and over and
Yeah.
empty the stock.
Well, how easy would it be? Well, you'd have to have different credit cards and debit cards and stuff.
Yeah.
Different accounts.
Yeah,
How
but
fast could you make
that's
it?
what the scalpers try to do. They try to get multiple different like emails and addresses and cards to like try and buy different ones. But
It's impressive. I mean,
they'll go to
outdo
they'll go to lengths to get there.
outdo technology. So be it, man. Yeah. It's pretty wild stuff.
Yeah, and there's a thing on the news about like all these people. It was in Canada.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is. Canadian people, they went out and beat up like a scalper. Like someone was scalping like physically.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
Outside a store, like bought all this stuff in a store.
Yeah.
And was like outside in the line for the people waiting to buy that thing, saying like, "Yo, I'll sell it to you for like, hundreds of more dollars than it's worth."
Yeah.
There. And a mob came and like beat
Whooped
the
his
nuts out-
ass?
Yeah. And I was like, for Canadian people to do this, they got
It's a problem.
mad.
It's a problem.
It's a problem.
Something is going wrong.
Yeah.
So, man, you said, or what do you enjoy doing with your computer science? That's what I was going to ask.
So far, the most fun thing, because obviously the only stuff I really do is like homework assignments and
Mhm.
like projects that we have, which are whack, beyond
I
whack.
fully believe that.
It's like stupid because all they test in there, or all they just want to see if you can like do this stuff, so they'll always have like some boring thing. It's like organize these. He'll give you like a whole list of like employees, and you gotta like sort them by name, sort them by ID number, enter them
Fuck,
all
I could
into
do
this
that.
system.
In
and-
MATLAB, I could do that.
Yeah, well, you have to like enter them into a system and be able to like create like, different like structures like with their things, and like be able to put them in groups and set up a thing that you can like search for them.
Oh, okay.
Set up a thing.
Yeah,
that, like,
that's...
and it's like not fun stuff. There was this one with like an airline. It was like it gives you information. It's like you have to set up a program that like will take in any order and like just organize this airline passengers like in a most like efficient way.
Damn.
And it's like the order that you would get in would be like a piece of paper, like a note document that says like, oh, this lady doesn't want to sit next to this dude. This dude needs to be in the front, and like it's like a logical puzzle which you can sit
Whoa.
there and think about and say, these people need to sit here, but you have to write a program that does it instantly.
Wow.
And it's things like that, and
That's pretty incredible.
yeah, but it's not very fun.
No, I believe that. Any assignment, you're kind of like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck
It was early on. It was when I was taking Computer Science 1. That's what the class was called.
Yeah.
And we made a game. We worked with this program called Greenfoot, where you can like go in and like import like images
Mhm.
and like make them like move around and stuff. And so I remember there were 3 big projects in that class. The first one was, it was a big grid and you had a little guy.
Yeah.
And it would randomly generate like enemies or whatever, like all over the grid. And it's like you had to move up, right, left, and down, and they would move once for every time you moved once.
Okay.
And they would like converge on your position. And
Oh,
you had to try
shit.
to like avoid them as long as possible.
Yeah.
That one's really simple. It was fun.
Yeah. Oh
And then
yeah.
I got to play it, and I was like, high score. And you had to
High
have the
score.
interface that like recorded a high score, and like, you know, as it's running, had your score as it's going on, and
Oh. So that was like basic Atari stuff that back in the 80s.
yeah, that's like a game that could have been on your like super on your joystick.
Yeah, or on the big. I'm thinking, what the hell are those called? You go to an arcade. Yeah,
like
just an
like
arcade
a big
game.
yeah, like a Pac-Man type of
Oh
thing.
yeah.
And then yeah, I made one where you're a little. It was literally the meteor game where you blow up meteors and they turn into like
Yeah.
3 little meteors, and then you blow up
Shoot
those ones.
off.
And those are little tiny meteors, and
Yeah.
you drift around. You had to put in like an equation for gravity so that like when you'd go, you'd like kind of drift, and then if you're near this meteor, you sort of drift around it.
Towards
So,
it?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's bizarre.
It's like you're in space, like drifting around, and if you like hit the meteor, you die. And then, yeah, that was probably the most fun thing I've done so far.
Have you made any for your own sake, just to be like, "Why I made this for fun"?
Let me think. No.
No, not yet. You don't have that enjoyment out of it yet.
Well, I would, but I don't really have the time. It's not super easy.
I'm sure it's like you don't really want to do
The stuff
what's
that
your
I'm gonna have to be doing.
Yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah.
If I was ever super bored, I might hop on and be like, I want to make the snake game. That is one thing I thought about. The snake game where you
Just
something
because.
gets longer.
Yeah.
You can't hit your own snake.
Yeah.
uh,
How difficult would that one be? Like not?
Scale of 1 to 10, probably like a 6.
Oh wow.
Not too bad. It'd be the graphics. Like, I could get that to run on a computer, like inside the computer, but for you to actually see it as the player, that's where things get a little bit tricky.
Okay.
Because you have to like, it's
All complicated stuff.
Yeah.
Got it.
I won't get into it, but it's
Yeah.
complex.
Well, what about cross country? So how are you? Are you like nationally ranked? Because
Oh gosh, no.
oh,
No,
I was gonna say just knowing you from high school, I gotta ask. So
I understand. Yeah, it was a lot easier in high school.
I'm sure.
Because, well, here at West Plains, we got a crazy training thing. Joe Bill, the military drill sergeant, he's like, right. Yeah.
Dude, I heard some crazy things about him.
What? Like what?
That he was escorted from the property. Ask Ramsey Brower. Shout out.
Shout out Ramsey Brower.
I work with him at DRS.
I know, yeah.
Dude, I don't know if he told you, but
Yeah, he says you're cool, by the way.
I appreciate it. Ramsey, you're cool too. You let me work out with you.
Actually dope.
He's been writing workouts for both of us, and it's
Dude.
been great. He's a good dude.
Great. Ramsey's a little bit swole.
He is, man. He's gotten beefy as hell. I can't really remember him from high school, but I don't remember. He said he was a cross country runner, so it's like he probably wasn't crazy
He was big
stout.
for cross country.
Was he?
He wasn't like, he didn't look like a football player. Like, oh, yeah.
No, yeah, now he's stout, man.
He's-
He's very stout. But go
But yeah,
ahead, cross country.
Joe Bill, he did indeed get escorted from. But here's the thing: it's like, for the context, he retired, okay?
Right,
So it's
and then
like-
came back.
and this is COVID time. and,
Yeah.
like, I don't know, like it's complex, and we got the new locker room that's on the other side of the track. He went to the old locker room, bless his heart,
Goodness.
and yeah, the
He got
athletic-
married again.
He got married again.
Mm-hmm.
I photoshopped the picture that my friend sent him kissing the bride.
I would love to see
I
this.
made him look like he was kissing my French teammate.
I would love to see this.
Uh-huh.
I'm so
I
excited.
say Photoshop, but it was literally just a dumb.
You just throw. Yeah, you just
Snapchat.
threw a. Oh, okay.
Literally a filter on Snapchat.
Oh my gosh.
Um,
That's all
but,
right.
yeah, the athletic director had to come up and be like, Joe Bill, go home.
Go home, dude. Please just go home.
Yeah, because Coach Dixon, or maybe you don't know, he, like, anytime he would go have surgeries, he would have a heart attack.
Yeah, he drove himself to the hospital.
He drove himself
the
to the
dude's a bad man. I
But
won't
then-
deny that.
He's bad to the bone. But after the fact, they're like, God, they're like, Joe Bill, please go home and rest. Your body needs to recover. And he's like, you're not telling me what to do. And he'd be at practice the next day, bleeding from like
Dude.
whatever he just had surgery on or like anything.
Yep.
Like, dude.
That sounds about right.
I'm sure physically he'd be a lot better off if he'd listen to his doctors, but by golly, the results, they speak for themselves.
The dude's 80 probably.
He's like 75
70.
or 6. 75. 76.
Oh shoot, he doesn't look a day over 85. So You know.
No, I know. I think his body has not aged well due to the extreme force.
Miles and miles and locker punching and all sorts of shit.
Vocal terrorizing.
Oh my gosh. He can still talk.
Oh, yeah.
I bet he can still yell.
By golly, man.
By golly, I get loud. Oh.
Famous Joe Bill quote. He goes, boys, I love women.
What?
I don't remember how we got on. He goes, boys, I love women. I love sex. But by golly, if I do it, I'm going to create. That's what he said. He goes, I'm going to create. We're like, that's why you're so mad. He has 2 kids. Dude's nutted twice by that theory. He says, but if he's going to do it, he's going to create. Well, he created twice. That's a sad life, my friend.
Poor guy. All the running. He got depleted. Depleted his semen.
He's an old-fashioned old cat, but hey, no. Good coach. And the results speak for themselves.
Dude, he had, I don't know how many state championships.
26 counting track.
And then how many times did the team go to state? Literally almost every year.
I think we're on like 42. Still going, still running.
And holy hell. How long did he...
Since 80, or since 78.
So 50 years, man, almost? He's up to about 42 or whatever.
42.
Something
I think this is going to be 43 this year if they make it.
That's impressive, dude.
Yeah.
That's an impressive career. That's
For sure. Winningest coach in Missouri across all sports.
That's
that
impressive.
Includes Webb City football. It includes like any basketball powerhouses.
Yeah.
Includes winningest coach in Missouri high school sports.
That's got to be up there in like nationwide sports. Just having a stat like that among.
Yeah, there's definitely some like powerhouse like dynasty high school teams that are probably have been more impressive
In some
obviously.
sport, yeah, I'm
Like,
sure.
You always hear about like the De La Salle football team in California.
Oh yeah.
And like, there's even other running teams that have been more dominant in their states
Right.
than us in Missouri. But,
Right. But still up there with national competition as far as
like it's in the national
records.
scope.
Right. Oh yeah.
Things, but yeah, I mean, back to what we were saying. It's like in high school, we're getting this like military grade like conditioning. Whereas
Right.
most high schoolers, their coach is like, oh, I don't know, go run a little bit. And you ask, as we all get to college, and I'm like, yo, how many miles did you guys get in high school? They'd be like, oh yeah, on like a good week, you get like 30. Usually hover around 15 to 20. I was like,
Whoa.
you know how many we got?
80.
90.
90 plus normally?
Yeah, the 6-week peak for seniors, although I think they changed it. So if anyone's watching that's like, no, now it's 80. It used to be 90. 6-week peak. That means you go 6 weeks at 90 or above, and you get like an award.
Dude, that is so many miles.
It's a lot.
That's a lot. Like, how many were you actually running a day? Because you'd run twice. I know you'd run twice normally.
We'd run twice a day, Monday through Friday. One long run on Saturday, and then Sunday was... You could take it off if you want to. They would recommend you run, but it's like no one's there to hold you accountable, so do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Basically.
Did you normally run or did you take it off?
I was probably about like 50-50. Sometimes
Sundays
I'd
you
run.
just...
Usually
yeah.
if I ran, it was like 10 miles. It was pretty long, like for
Really?
just a single run. But
So then on a Monday through Friday run, what are you doing? Like
Well-
first run, second run?
the mornings were usually longer and easier, and then evenings would be either a shorter run or like speed work.
Oh, okay.
Like
Okay.
400s on the track or whatever we were doing. But it's like no other high schoolers were doing that, so it was easy to be a state champion. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say easy. It wasn't easy, but like,
Probably not as difficult when you have,
Yeah.
again, the drill sergeant
Mhm.
coach.
and because like the saying goes, and he would say this a lot, talent beats hard work, or sorry, hard
work beats talent when talent doesn't
fails
work
to
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of talented kids, and well, everywhere.
Yeah.
But we would work harder than them, and therefore we were better in high school.
Well,
Now-
fuck. You run 30 miles a week. I'll run 90, and we'll see who can run farther and faster. That's like...
Give it like a year, and I bet you would be beating me. At
No,
that rate,
I
at
know.
those rates. Yeah.
I don't think so, but...
People like to sleep on J Nick's 8th grade year, where he was the reigning conference champion.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I don't think I've run a sub 8-minute mile since then.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you haven't really been trying, right?
No, but I don't want to try
That's the
either.
point.
Go ahead.
I'll tell you what. I remember, I think it was my junior year, your senior year, and we were in science class together. Flem Dog, shout out.
Oh yeah.
And I remember saying
Particular.
yeah, very particular class that was. I remember saying something to the degree of like, dude, Justin, if you would have just been on the team and like trained like, you know, with us and like how we do, I was like, you literally would have been a state champion. And I still think that to this day.
Do you really?
You were talented.
I was talented. I think I just.
You and your brother.
Yeah, oh yeah, Ransom. Ransom was long as hell. I think he would have been a lot better had he
You were
still.
strong, like sturdy, and like could kick well and had like the speed for it.
I just thought I matured early, man. That's all I think that was.
Might be true, but listen, that'll carry over into high school. I don't know, dude. And maybe it's because like, you know, you work on this farm and stuff, and you got a little
Maybe.
more like physical exposure than most 7th and 8th graders who were growing up on Halo 3. Whatever.
I had my fair share of Halo.
Well, but yeah, I don't know. That might go into it, but dude, you'd have been a state champion.
You hype me up. You're too sweet.
I am gassing, but the gas
You
is
hype me up.
validated.
You're too sweet.
The gas is valid. I'm telling you, dude. And if you would have been on our team that year, we're winning state.
Yeah, I was never a state champion. That does kind of suck.
We got your senior year, the team. It was the worst we ever did. We got either 9th or 11th place at state.
Really?
And there's only 16 teams that go, so we were like in the lower, you know, sphere of that. But
Yeah. Who all ran that year? Do you remember?
we had no seniors. The only senior,
wow.
the only person in that grade who ever ran, there were two actually. John Nigliazzo moved away my freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
John David Mulford quit for baseball.
Oh yeah. John Nigliazzo. Wow, 2 Johns.
Yeah, a couple Johns.
Freaking John Nigliazzo.
Dude,
That dude.
he was really good too.
He might be a sociopath. Me and my buddies have talked about him. Shout out if you. I highly doubt he'll ever listen to this.
Probably not.
But I'm just saying. I feel like what did I talk about? I can't remember who I was even talking to about it. But it was like in middle school, he'd say stuff and do stuff, and then you look back and you're kind of like, huh, that was kind of interesting for an
8th grader.
you know, for a 13-year-old, 12-year-old. But no,
Yeah.
he was a nice kid. Family was wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah, he was super nice. Literally, probably one of the nicest.
Oh yeah.
But dude, he'd come up first thing. I remember it was like my first like practice that he was there because he didn't show up to a whole lot of practices that summer that I was like starting to go to, and I remember it was one of the first ones. He's like, "Hi, I'm Johnny Leo's," handshake, and I go to shake his hand. Instantly, he like because he did like MMA and stuff. And
Oh,
so
yeah,
he did, like,
dude.
The flip around thing where he had my arm. I was like, He's like, and that's called the
Kimura, that's some crazy
the
shit.
Big Bang guillotine. And I'm
Yeah.
like, and he was like, so yeah, let me show you how to do it. And he showed me how to do it, and I was like, dude, we just met. I was like, this is cool.
But like,
But I was like, tone it down, maybe. I don't know.
let's just
Yeah, no,
relax.
over that course of that like couple months that we were on the team together, dude, he was dope.
He's a cool dude. He was a cool dude.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying, sociopath.
Yeah, and I say that again just from a conversation I had. We were being funny, but no, he's a great dude, great family. Mormons. I always thought like, you know, I think I don't want to quote this wrong, but I think, oh gosh dang, I don't even know if I should say it, but his mom at one point said something in an
Canceled.
email, canceled, right? And 3, 2,
And we're
off, and podcast
done.
over. No, but I want to say his mom had emailed somebody about converting Catholics. It's like they're the favorite to convert to Mormonism for whatever reason. And I was like, they're trying. But I wasn't. I wasn't really intrigued by Mormonism.
Your mind games won't work on me.
Not today.
Jedi. No, dude.
Did you ever go to a Mormon church?
My grandpa's Mormon.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Did you ever go to
I went to their
chapel
church
or
not for like a service.
what do they call it? They don't call it a chapel. They call it not a synagogue. A damn.
a Mormon.
I can't remember the name of
Screw-you
it.
Church.
Yeah, it's a church, but
Yeah, I don't remember what they call it. Temple.
temple. They call it temple. That's what it is.
No, I went there to help them clean.
Yeah,
To help my grandparents clean.
in town.
Yeah. The
Okay.
one out by the fairgrounds, but.
Okay.
No, I mean I've never met a bad Mormon.
No, dude, they're 99% of the time great people. It's just so I think where it gets its bad rap is it's a 200-year-old religion, and I'm going to give the Spark Notes version of what I understand. It's like, I'm going to offend a lot of Mormons right here. And canceled. So, Joseph Smith was the guy that found the plates, right?
Right, yeah.
And then he professed the faith and blah, 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 blah. And then it's like, well, where the hell did the plates go? It's like, oh, I lost them. They're gone. Sorry.
Wasn't there something about, like, you have to look through the seeing stones to read it?
No, I didn't even know that.
I don't know. My only context is I saw the South Park episode about Mormonism. Have you ever seen that one?
No, but I know those guys made the Book of Mormon, right? There's a play or something. I haven't seen that, but I've heard that's very offensive.
Dude, yeah.
And they, at the end of it, added their, like, have you heard this? They added something at the end that said, if you're interested in Mormonism, instead of being like, hey, we're not condoning this, we don't like this isn't good that they're doing this. They tried to convert people and say, hey, if you want to learn more about the Mormon religion,
those dudes
contact.
Clowns, bro.
It's like, whoa, what?
Those dudes don't care. They are final.
That's crazy. Somebody just insulted you to your face, and you throw an advertisement on them. Saying, good job.
They're like, they don't care. They don't care.
I don't get it.
Yeah, those dudes, Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Okay, those are the ones that do South Park?
Yeah, they were like excommunicated from the church.
That's fair.
It's like, I probably would too. But no, dude, if you haven't seen the South Park episode about Mormons, it's so funny.
I can't remember it. Wait, like what happens in it or what?
It's like a new family moves to town and they're Mormon, and of course they're like, hey guys, like we're Mormon, and they're like super nice.
They are good people, dude.
They're super nice, and that's and these people.
That's a good stereotype to have.
Yeah, but like, basically at different points, like throughout the show, it would like flash back to like the story of like Mormonism, and it'd be like Joseph Smith, but it was like kind of like satirizing it, like making it seem like the story was like. Because it was like you said, he lost the plates. The people were like, oh yeah, where's the plates? He's like, I lost them. And then there's the other part. He's like, well, you can't read them. Only I can because I have this. He picks up some rocks. He finds something. He's like, oh, the seeing stones or something. That's where I get that from.
I gotcha.
But I don't know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was funny.
That is some funny stuff. Religion's a pretty wild thing. Just how many have branched off.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Like, what was... I don't know.
Do you still practice Catholicism much, or you kind of...
Well, since I've started dating Kaylee, she goes to Church of Christ,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been going with her. I'd still like to say I'm a Catholic.
Yeah.
But I do go to church with her.
Yeah.
So it's just like, It's more to like... Because, like, she's not going to a Catholic church.
Really?
I'll tell you that much.
She's like, has she tried? You gotta at least take her to one. If you're going to her church, you gotta at least take her to one.
Try it out.
Yeah, just
see what the real wine is like. Grape juice.
Great. What are you guys doing? What the?
Yeah, no.
I haven't been to mass in a while. Then you just pretty much go to her church.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
She says, I get to keep the last name. She gets to keep the religion.
Interesting.
Word up.
Negotiation.
Deal.
You're like, for now.
We'll see about that. She's good. Good old
Yeah.
gal.
That's good, man. I was pretty happy to go to BC Catholic College,
Oh,
you know. Yeah. So that was really a pretty wild transition going from a town with, 12 kids your age that are Catholic to a place where 80% of people are Catholic.
Yeah.
And because I get all sides of the spectrum. You see the weird Catholics. Sorry, I hate to say it, but in any religion, you're going to have those weird people. And we had the weird Catholics, and we had the athletic Catholics, and every group of in between.
Yeah.
And so
Basically, all the different kinds of people who are Catholic.
yeah. And I hadn't really experienced that before, so that was a really cool. Excuse me. Really cool thing to experience. And
I mean, we would go to things like Camp Renewal and Stubby.
Yeah.
Where it's like big groups, like youth
whoa.
groups and stuff.
Yeah.
We party. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's great.
Oh,
And
those things are fun.
Wonderful community up there too.
Yeah, definitely. I'd imagine.
Mhm.
But yeah, here in West Plains, I remember I never got any flack for being Catholic personally.
I didn't either.
I remember my brother telling stories about like sitting at the lunch table and people being like, "Dude, you're Catholic? Like you're going to hell, man." Like seriously, like actually.
No.
And and Adam's like, where do you get that from? And they'd ironically say, because you guys are so judgmental. And I was like,
Oh, huh.
this doesn't add up.
That's an odd one. I don't quite.
But then people would be like, some, and this is, I mean, obviously not everyone's like this.
No, yeah.
No beef to people who aren't Catholic.
No beef to literally everybody that isn't Catholic.
Yeah. Obviously this is like some stupid guy who is saying this, but, or girl. Or non-binary, not canceled. Anyway, he was saying there, he was like, the dude's like, well, my religion's like older than yours. He's like, older than Catholicism. He's like, if you're anything that like believes in Christ but isn't Catholic, then your religion came from my religion.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
And people would like not get it through their heads, and I don't know.
Yeah, because there are a couple religions that are older than Catholicism, but it's like
Islam,
Buddhism,
like like Jewish. What's that?
Judaism.
Yeah.
That's like, I feel like Catholicism and Judaism are like, they're pretty damn close. The only difference essentially is like they didn't believe Christ was the Messiah, and they don't eat pork or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a very few select things I think between Catholicism and Judaism, but I could be
think
completely
Judaism
wrong.
Is like the oldest,
Yeah.
and then there's like Buddhism and Hindu.
Yeah.
And I think Catholicism is older than Muslim. I think
Is it?
like Islam, it came around in like 500, whereas Christianity was
Who's their prophet? Muhammad? Or
Muhammad. Yeah.
Muhammad.
Muhammad.
I don't know
the
much
prophet
about
Muhammad.
Islam.
Something about the Quran.
Oh, yeah.
Travel to the Mecca and like face it from like the north or something.
Oh, what the hell? You know a little bit about it.
Dude.
You watch
cultured.
Do you watch movies?
I don't know.
Just pick up knowledge a little here
I
and
remember
there.
that from like history class.
I was
Years ago.
I was really bad at history because in high school, for one, I looked at it and I was like, I don't give a shit what people did in the past. It's in the past. What am I going to learn from it? And then it's like, oh yeah, we learn everything from history. It's like you learn from past mistakes, you learn from past successes, and so I've gained a bigger appreciation for history. I still don't have like a great interest in it, but I like hearing.
It kind of
cool
sucks
stuff about
because it's like when you're a kid in like middle school or high school, that's when you don't appreciate. That's you're like, dude, history sucks. This is boring.
Bullshit.
I don't need to know names and dates. It's like, come on. But then like when you grow older, history actually becomes like the most interesting. Because it's like, oh, what happened with this stuff, dude? And it's like you don't learn about like names and dates. Then it's like you learn about like purposes
and
like,
events.
motives.
You get context of when things happen too. So you're like, holy shit, the cotton gin was this long ago, but we were still fighting with swords how long ago? Only
It's like, there's a
600
dude-
years. I don't know.
There's a dude alive today whose like great grandpa was alive during the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
That's pretty wild to think.
Yeah.
Is that a real fact?
That's a real fact.
That's pretty crazy.
He might have died. He was like 90. The dude who was still alive.
So
he was
he
obviously old.
might be dead.
Might be since then. I learned about that my senior year, 4 years ago.
Wow, dude.
But yeah,
Whew.
it's weird to like put things in perspective.
Yeah. We sent a man to the moon 60 years ago ish. 68, 69, somewhere in there.
Yeah, it's 1960.
60s.
Yeah, it's in the 60s.
Yeah, 60s.
Yeah, I have it.
We had automatic weapons in the was that in the 20s? I don't know, World War One. I think that's when we first got them.
Probably. Yeah.
Maybe.
That's probably. Or well, I don't know. They had like Gatling guns in like the Old West. Right?
Oh, yeah.
In the 1800s.
Yeah, that's right.
But that count as automatic.
I would say so. Well, I mean,
I know this because I saw it in like a. I don't know why I pick up these little tidbits of information.
I love hearing it.
I remember seeing it in like some documentary or something, but they started developing like lever action rifles right at the end of the Civil War.
Okay.
So before that, it was like load your musket. And,
Yeah.
Muzzle loader.
Yeah.
But then, by the end, they started developing like internal, like magazines.
Okay.
And, like lever action rifles that you can, shoot
Okay.
rapidly compared to. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. I watched a video kind of recently on this guy showing the different military weapons through the years.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of interesting. He went from probably 1750s, maybe when they first had black powder rifles, maybe
It's like
not.
the Chinese or something.
Maybe, I don't know, but kind of when so he started with muskets, and then he slowly moved up until he got to like the AR. But he is going not quite by decade. It may have been every kind of 15 to 20 years how the military was equipped, and he was also kind of explaining how, okay, in this era, you see the military still using this kind of outdated use. Whereas you see old westerns using that lever action and they're shooting people. It's like, well, it wasn't practical. They couldn't mass produce these for the military. Yeah. So they still had to use the old fashioned ones. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of it was cool to look at it through the years and see what we've developed.
Yeah. That's crazy. It's like, how do people even know this stuff from like old, journals of war generals or something? It's but no, it's super interesting. And it's like swords were still like big time in World War One.
Yeah,
like
and they bayonets exactly.
People were like, dude, we still need a blade.
Yeah, you have people charging at you. You gotta shank them, man. Blitzkrieg. Shoot, dude. History's cool. Again, as I've gotten older, I've come to appreciate it more. But my dad loves history. He is always putting something on. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna fall asleep, but I do want to listen to it. I'm like, this shit's cool.
Any like man. He's like truly a man over the age of like 40 to 50 maybe that's like doesn't like watch like the History Channel. Like,
it doesn't like, at least if it's on not like honed in.
Like, all right, yeah, let me get into this.
It's like, it's like, oh, that's when they started growing freaking trees? What? That's when Georgia peaches came into play? What?
Nice.
Good stuff.
It is interesting. Yeah, no, dude, I remember going to, like, my grandpa's house and never seeing anything that wasn't, like, a World War II, like, Adolf Hitler documentary with, like, all the black and white footage and stuff. And I was like, nice one, Papa. So I bet you he could tell you everything about.
Yeah. Did you ever hear about the conspiracy theory that Hitler never died?
Well, he didn't.
Oh, you already know. Never mind.
No, I'm just kidding.
So on Netflix, there was a documentary. I wish I could remember the series and what it's called, but they had a bunch of different episodes on different conspiracy theories. One of them was like about 9/11, if it was real. There was a theory that there was a hologram that went and they doctored all the film. That one's pretty wild. But anyway, the Hitler one, there were a couple of different pretty strong supporting theories that made me think, maybe he didn't die, man. Because it also was said that the FBI was looking for him for like 23 years or something like that after World War II when he was assumed to be dead, which is pretty wild. But so one of the big things was, I guess they said he may have had some doubles that went around Germany and gave speeches and rallied the troops or whatever, got support from them.
Doppelganger Hitlers.
Yeah, going around and getting people to support Hitler. Yeah. And then also, so they think that may have been one idea of why he may not have died. They just killed a double, or a double killed himself, whatever. And then also, it was like Germany would have to pay. Oh, this was weird. So they knew they were going to lose. I think this was the idea. They knew they were going to lose, and they knew they'd have to pay reparations. So what they did was they flushed the money out of Germany to other places. I don't know if they really hid it or put it in places in banks and stuff that were, under the radar. And then whenever it was kind of taken over and they were worried about paying reparations back, when they brought that money back in, and money is still coming back in this documentary, I think they're saying it's like why they have big companies like Volkswagen and I can't remember another German one off the top of my head, but they named off like three, and you're like, damn, those are some pretty big. And also the German scientists were talented as fuck. Yeah, like they were intelligent people that were kind of ahead of the game. Mm-hmm. So again, when they came back, like we had some POWs that were German scientists that we used.
Albert Einstein was like a...
Was he really?
Well, he wasn't a German... He didn't like ever work for Germany, but he escaped from like Germany or Poland or something. Okay. Because I think he was Jewish and he was trying to get out of there. But he came from that area, basically.
Yeah. I didn't even realize that.
But yeah, no, we also did, kidnap or capture like German scientists for our own.
Caleb could verify this. Shout out again.
Shout out.
I think he goes to University of Alabama Huntsville. Okay. Right. And there is, I don't know if he has a building or if there's like a statue named after some German scientist he's told me about.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, yeah, this was a German scientist that helped us out after World War II. And I was like, what?
The Heinrich building or something.
Yeah. I can't remember what it is, but have you seen what he's been doing all this summer?
He's in Montana.
Dude is balling right
living
now.
in a tent, but balling.
It looks like it's fun.
Living in a tent by choice. And it's not like a, pitch a campfire.
I haven't seen
it's
it.
like a military grade, like canvas, like encampment camp.
He's doing
tent.
okay.
Yeah. And he has like electricity and
Okay.
water and stuff. It's not like he's roughing it.
Yeah.
Like he's Survivor Man.
Has he
out
got
there.
bear spray? Are there that many bears out in Montana?
Dude, I don't know. I really haven't talked to him that much.
Well, I hope he didn't get mauled.
I hope he did. Leaving us all summer.
Caleb.
Yo, I literally got like 2 people to run with this summer.
Who's
That's
that?
a lie. I got like 5. But not everyone, because, okay, so it's Zachy Wacky. Zach Finley.
Oh, yeah.
Remember him?
I remember Zach.
He's like the main one I run with just from like time schedules.
Okay.
We're usually together. Colby Sanders.
Colby, little brother to somebody. Sydney. Okay, yeah. I don't remember him super well. I
He
can't
was
put a face to
freshman
him.
when you were a senior.
I think I'd recognize him if I saw him.
Probably would. And then this kid just graduated, who was a freshman when I was a senior, Riley Simpson, 3-time state champion this last year in track.
Hell.
Word up.
In
Shout out,
what
Riley.
event?
The 800, the mile, and the 2 mile. He swept.
Wow, dude.
Swept.
Schwept?
Yeah.
Schweeped?
I was weeping. I was like, that's my boy.
That's impressive.
He did good. Granted, taking nothing away from it, it's very impressive.
Yeah.
But was it a weak year?
Could it have been? I mean, you got to look at times that were ran. If it's, I was about to say, you look at times and yeah, but
All I'm saying is I ran 4 events at track. Well, he ran 4 too. He was also in the 4x8. They didn't win. Or did they run the 4x8? I think they did, but they didn't win the 4x8.
yeah,
So I think he was in 4 events. I was in 4 events my senior year.
yeah.
All my times were faster than his.
Eh,
All I won was the 800.
really?
Yeah. We had some demons in my year. though.
You had some
I do mean that.
dudes running up a storm.
Yeah. But anyway, there's him.
Demons. That's great.
We got Zach, Colby, Riley, and then Wesley Lahari.
Blonde-haired kid.
Real short.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can picture him. I didn't really know him that well either.
Yeah. No, I mean, cross country kids aren't usually that popular, so.
Well, you guys run fucking 6 hours
we
a day.
don't really get to have a social life.
No, yeah, that's the
Sucks,
problem.
but-
It's nothing against you guys.
Yeah, those are the ones I run with, but it's mainly just Zach and sometimes Riley.
Okay.
Because I have to get up at 4:40 in the morning, and we meet to run at 5 because I have
That's
to go
wild,
to work
man.
at 7, and then after work, no one ever wants to run. So it's like,
Yeah.
believe it or not, 5 in the morning is better than 6 in the evening.
Like for you to run, or just easier for people to get up and run with you? Is that what you're saying?
Kind of both.
Yeah.
Well, if I did go in the evening, probably more people would be willing to go.
Yeah.
Like Colby and Wesley would probably, they do run in the evening.
Oh,
but
okay.
Me and Zach agree. We're like, dude, we get home from work because Zach also works, which is part of the reason why he gets up at 5 with me.
Okay.
And then Riley, dude, kid does not care. So he's like, I'll get up at 3 if you want. All right.
He's like, let's do this shit.
But when we get home from work and we're tired, we just want to have our evening.
Yeah,
Dang
man.
it. Like, let us.
That's legit. I
let
know.
us
I get
live.
that.
Let us live.
I get that.
We've been doing this for like 8 years now.
Dude,
Um,
do you think you'll still run quite
no,
a bit?
No.
Oh, really?
Well, okay, I might keep up like 15 miles a week, which is low. That's not a lot. That's like 2 days of running for me.
Yeah.
I
But
look at
you'll
it.
also, I feel like you'll also probably get to a point where you're not 2 days of running at 15 miles. You're going to get to
Like a 7 and an 8. That's easy.
But I feel like you're going to get to a point, well, maybe, man. I don't know. I guess if you're so used to running that many miles, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I can run 3 miles a day, twice a week, and I'd probably be happy with that, just in my own standard of running at this
Yeah.
point. So I'm like, that'd be good for me. I don't really care. I've been lifting weights for the first time in like 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Last week was the first week I got back into it. This is my
Yeah.
second week. Feels good, man. It's like I didn't know what to do for a long time. Finally, I'm expending
Yeah.
some energy, so that's kind of nice.
That's what I figure like if I don't run like at all, like after I'm done competing for like college,
Yeah.
I probably will start missing it and be like, dude, I want to go run again.
You want to do something.
That's
yeah.
not what I want. So I am gonna like keep running just to be like, yeah, stay in my groove. But I think what I want to do more is start like doing more, not like lifting. Most runners say when they're done running they want to start lifting more.
Yeah.
Build some mass because runners are skinny and weird. But I think I want to stay, pretty light and pretty agile, and maybe start like climbing, doing like rock climbing.
Okay.
I think that would be more fun.
That'd be badass.
Yeah, dude.
Please be safe. I've heard some wild stories. No, I don't. I won't be safe.
I will die on a mountain
I will free climb 5,000 feet.
with no safety harness. No. I don't think I'm ever gonna go out and like adventure, but just for like the hillside, I think it'd be nice to have like tone, like calisthenic.
Your fucking forearms would be ridiculously vascular and all sorts of, defined.
Yeah, I'm not really looking for the bulk. I'm looking for the
Yeah.
shred.
Shred. I'm kind of trying to do shred. I've been trying to do high weight or high rep, low weight stuff just because that's what I've heard before. I don't know that much about lifting. I know a little bit. I know how to get strong, That's low weight, high rep, or high rep. God damn it. Low rep, high weight.
Screw it, dude. High weight, high rep.
That's I was actually talking to somebody the other day. They were like, "Do that. That's how you really get strong." I was like, "I don't really care to be."
Kill yourself.
I don't really care to be that strong anymore. I want to be. But then I get kind of like a meatheadedness in the gym, and I'm like, "Fuck it, let's go for 315 today." I'm feeling good.
No one ever gets in the gym and doesn't get like
That's
that.
the problem. Yeah. So I'm trying to control myself and just be like, "All right, we do high rep, low weight. We'll be good. Get shredded."
That's the problem. You got to go to like Planet Fitness where everyone's like a grandma in there.
That would
Or at
really
least that's
lower my
what the meme is.
testosterone.
Yeah, you'd probably be like, I want to lift less because
God, I guess I'm not doing curls today.
like, I really want to do curls.
I don't-
but I can't.
I
because-
don't really want 50 and 60-year-olds looking at me for the next hour.
That's a thing. Like Planet Fitness is like all about their like no lunks allowed or something. It's like if you like make too much noise, if you literally like lift a lot and you like drop the weights, like when you like deadlift or something.
I did not know
or
that.
If you do some sort of like grunting stuff, they will like kick you out
What?
because they're like you're being a meathead. They're like
I've never heard of that.
They're like-
Planet Fitness is really like that.
they're trying to like
Tone down
like,
lifting.
get the like stigma out of there or something, like the like weight room, like.
You get fired up when you lift 500
like-
pounds, dude.
And they have videos. You can find like endless videos online of people at Planet Fitness, like literally grandmas knitting while they're doing like that leg thing, like the.
That seems,
roll your legs. I don't know.
yeah.
Whatever. And literally
Kegels,
knitting,
kinda.
yeah. And people doing like weird, using the machines, but like totally wrong. Like
I
with
feel
their
like I've
legs
seen
or, like,
some of
where your
those.
hands are supposed to be, and they're like doing weird, like
Doing crazy
acrobatic,
shit.
slightly impressive things.
Yeah, you're kind of like,
That's
that
wrong.
might be kind of athletic, actually. Like, all
You're
right.
onto something.
It's
Actually.
not bad.
No, but
That's great.
that's for Planet Fitness, but fitness wiener in your mouth.
Dude. I heard, so I told you I watch TikTok occasionally. I watched something the other day that kind of got me because I wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
So the first one was something like that. Do you do fitness or can you? I don't know. It's fitness dick in your mouth. And then the next one was like somebody asking their girlfriend this, and then the next one was like the same type of thing, but it got me because I didn't know it was coming. And then it was the same, these nuts type of thing.
Yeah.
It's like, God dang it.
Dude.
That's why TikTok's bad though, because there is some good stuff on there, just like Vine, just like YouTube. You can
You'll
get
find
sucked
the
into it.
gems. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
There
yeah.
are endless
And,
gems.
and then you're in the loop, If you see that one that's got 70 million views, you're in the fucking loop, and
You're one of
that's
those.
the problem. You get that
What-
excitement.
What would you say? Because I'm not on TikTok. What would you say is like the percentage of like good, like funny, like oh my gosh, that's a good TikTok to like scrolling through the garbage?
Well, so like you said earlier when we briefly talked about it, you said you kind of have to get through the algorithm or whatever at first.
Yeah, when you first and it doesn't know what you like. And,
Yeah. So I think one thing it's actually, I truly believe it's good at doing this shit. Time of day, it knows what the fuck you want to watch. I really think so, because in the middle of the day when I'm not doing anything at work or during lunch, I'll kind of sit there and scroll, and it gives me longer videos. I've noticed this. It gives me longer videos because they let you put on like longer than a minute videos now. So I watch these videos for a long time because I'm intrigued with what's going to happen. So I keep watching them. And then at night, for a while, I'd have them and I'd get the long ones. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to watch the long one. Don't want to watch the long one. Don't want to watch the long one. And now at lunch, I get the long ones. And then at night, I'll get quick, funny, stupid shit. So like,
So it's go to bed to this type of stuff.
Yeah. It's like, wow, that was pretty funny. Okay, good night. But algorithm's damn good. But sometimes you definitely, I'd say at nighttime, I'm not always like ready for a laugh. I'm just kind of looking at stuff. And I also, I watch some silly shit like people cooking. I'm like, wow, that actually looks like that'd be dope to make. So I want to make that sometime. Or I watch people singing. I get really impressed with people who, there's this one kid who he'll lay out all these glasses in front of him, and he's a drummer, but he's drumming away a different song. So
like a dope beat with these glasses.
Dude, he did the Tetris one the other day. That's the one I saw. Ding 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 ding, and then he's like speed round. Ding 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 ding. It was impressive. I was like, holy hell, but. Yeah, it's good. I don't think it's worth getting on because you will waste a lot of time, especially at first. You're like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of good shit on here.
Yeah.
But it's...
And I mean, like me personally, I watch a lot of YouTube.
Yeah, and if you were to just go best TikToks, you'd find some of the best ones of the week.
The gems, the real gems, they make their way.
They make it. Yeah. So... And then also, people are like, I'm not on TikTok, but they watch Instagram Reels for 3 hours, and I'm like... It's the same thing. That's so many come from...
I was saying, it's just what your perspective is, really.
Yeah.
Like, take, like, parents and stuff nowadays. Like, my mom, she used to have a TV that was, I don't know, it was just a TV, and she'd watch, like, news every night, and that's what she'd watch, and then she'd turn on, whatever TV show is always on, like Impractical Jokers or Family Feud or whatever.
Loved Impractical Jokers, but...
Very funny.
Yep.
But that's what she would watch. She'd watch, like, cable, and it's got commercials. I'm like, whew. So, for... I think it was Mother's Day last year or something. Me and my brother got her a new, like, smart TV with, like, you can put, like, apps and stuff on it.
That's badass.
And we signed her because we all, have, like, our family accounts for, like, Netflix, Hulu, Disney, all the stuff. And so we got her hooked up on this TV with all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then, to be nice, we also plugged in the cable box to it so she could still watch, like, the news and stuff if she wanted.
Right.
For the first, like, little bit, she was still only just watching, like, the cable. She was like... Me and my brother had to be like, Mom, you realize you've got, like, endless entertainment on this
Advertisement free.
Advertisement free. No comms. No commercials.
No comms.
No comms, dude. And she was like, yeah, but I don't know. This is what I like. And she's slowly kind of getting more into it. But, I mean, that's, like, what I'm saying is, like, people will be on what they're going to be on.
Right.
Like, Kaylee likes to watch a lot of Netflix and Hulu and stuff. And every time she gets that thing where she'll finish a show... And she'll be like, dude, I don't have a show to watch. I've been looking all through Netflix. I can't find anything. I'm like, dude, go to YouTube. Find some channels on YouTube that you enjoy, because I guarantee you they're out there.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, you could probably...
You scroll through the, like, recommended or top, and you're kind of like, that looks interesting. Click. And it's like, suggested. Mm-hmm. Click. Suggested. Click. You really... Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
I mean, you could go... And I'm like, trust me. She's like, I don't know. She's like, I don't know what to... And she just won't get into it because it's just like that perspective.
Yeah.
That she's... I don't know. And it's like the same. It's entertainment.
Yeah.
It's like that's what you are entertaining yourself with.
You're absolutely right.
Why does it matter if it's on this platform, that platform? If you're watching something, if you're playing an instrument, if you're, working out for enjoyment, it's like whatever you're doing. Why does it matter what it is as long as you're enjoying it?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. People are going to be on what they're going to be on. So my dad is all in on freaking Amazon, Netflix, Hulu.
Oh, yeah.
So he's not like. I think our generation is like we scroll, and they're like, wow, we just scrolled for an hour, and now I don't have time to watch a movie, so what do I do? Yeah. My dad's kind of like, okay, that looks interesting. Click.
He's decisive.
And then, he's very decisive. All right, we'll watch that. Gets maybe 15, 20 minutes in, and he'll be like, all right, I'll keep watching, or this is bullshit.
Chalk it up next
Dude,
one.
Chalk it up for the next round. Dude, when you said comms a second ago, I was like, let's get it next time.
Wait, what's he saying? He goes, We lost that.
We lost that one, but we'll get them next time. Yeah, yeah, no, I love it. Call of Duty. It makes you feel like you're in Call of Duty.
Yeah,
you're freaking. I can't think of any quotes on the spot, but
what's he say? It's literally like the meme one where he's like,
I saw.
We'll get him next time. What's that one? He goes,
I know, on the spot you can't remember him. I was watching TikTok today, headphones in at work, and I saw this one. It was a video of this guy on the ocean floor, and there's a crab crawling at him, and it's got like kind of, you hear a little bit of Call of Duty overlay, and he's like, load up in the chopper, and then the camera's like swimming away from this crab, and the crab, you see its back like claws, I guess, start spinning behind it, and I swear to God, dude, this thing starts just floating up and at the camera like it's chasing it, and it's the wildest shit. Just keeps following it up and up and up, and
That stupid audio.
yeah. Oh, dude, it was so funny. If I find it, I'll send it to you because that shit was funny.
I bet you that was gas,
It was great.
dude. No, dude. Animals are crazy.
Animals are incredible. I used to watch Animal Planet all the time. It wasn't really Animal Planet. It was like Planet Earth, all the ones they had on Netflix. I used to watch those all the time on Netflix while I was studying for finals.
Yeah.
I'd go up to this big auditorium. Dude, that's one thing nice about having a small school is like I can go up anywhere in the buildings, and a lot of time you can find yourself a free space. Yeah. So I'd go up to this big auditorium and I'd put it on the big projector. Didn't get that much studying done, but I'd sit there and be like, holy shit, jellyfish are awesome. Let me just tell you about this one bird that I just remembered, and it was probably one of the most incredible things in nature I've ever heard.
Go for it.
There is this bird, all right? Can't tell you the name, don't know where it is. I think it was in maybe a tropical environment, but this bird...
Bird of paradise.
Bird of paradise, maybe. I don't know. This bird, basically, to get its female mate, right? It takes on an apprentice.
Yeah,
You've heard about this,
one.
and they learn a dance together
They
for like
literally have a wingman.
for
literally.
for like I want to say it said 10 years. I might have that number wrong, but for a long fucking time.
I think I just watched this one.
And then that bird goes off. That master bird goes off with a female, and this
Gets
apprentice.
some coochie, and the apprentice
has to
now
go
the
f-
master.
yeah,
he
dude.
has to get him a little beta boy.
That's the wildest shit I've ever heard.
Was that the one? It was called like Dancing with Birds or something.
It very well could have been. I haven't. It's
Was
been
it
2
just-
years, 3 years now, but
Because I've been super into those. I've been on a kick lately about nature.
dude.
And we watched that one on Netflix, and it's like goes over like a couple different groups of birds, and there's this one. They gave them all like dumb little names. There's this
Yeah.
one they were calling McGregor, and it literally did everything. It built a huge thing that was. They said it was like a meter tall. It was
Yeah.
like a big like pile of sticks that looked like a skyscraper to a bird.
Yeah.
And it spent like years perfecting that, and then it also had like mimicry. So like there at one point there's like a warthog or like a little pig or something that was coming up and like messing with its like structure, about to like knock it down, and so
Uh-huh.
it made the sound of like a feral dog that's like the natural predator of the pig, and made it run off.
Dude.
It was like and it's a bird, and then so the thing ran off, and that's like its defense mechanism for that. And then once the female came, it did a dance thing as well by its structure. So
Yeah.
building, mimicry, dancing, and then also had some like weird like wing thing where
Fucking mating.
yeah, he actually ended up not getting the coochie.
That's terrible.
I know, like give McGregor some love. He just did it all. And but dude, it was like amazing. That's one thing I noticed with the birds. Dude,
Yeah.
you should have done that real close.
I should have. That would have been a good. I think that would have been really loud.
Probably, but anyway. That
Go
would've been
ahead.
Some good ASMR. The thing I noticed with the birds is it's always the male birds are having to go to such great lengths for coochie.
Yeah.
And they oftentimes don't get it. The
Yeah.
women come there and sit on a branch, and they have to watch the male bird do an extravagant thing. I'm falling in love with the bird.
That female's like, man,
They're like,
peace. That wasn't that great.
no.
Next up. Who's next?
Next.
And then you got roosters out here that just chase them down like a damn velociraptor, hop on them and get after it. And you're like, oh, that was romantic, I guess.
Everyone's got their thing, I guess.
I'm so glad you just said that. I said that so many times this year because me and my buddy would bitch about random things, my roommate, and then I was just like, at the end of the conversation, I was like, man, everybody's got their thing. I swear I say that all the time.
That's the quote.
That's a great one. Because everyone does have their thing. Everybody, whatever hobby, enjoyment, pleasure they got, everybody's got their things.
Speaking of that,
Go ahead.
do you still play guitar?
A little bit, man. I haven't played in a few months, but every now and then I pick it back up and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna learn guitar riffs. I'm gonna shred, and then it's like 2 weeks later, I'm like, Let's podcast instead,
it's
I guess.
It's so hard to learn guitar.
It is difficult, man, because it's really, once you learn something, it's so easy to play again. But until you learn that thing, it's like you sit there and you're like, well, that doesn't sound right. Bink, bonk, bink,
It's
bonk.
just not coming together.
No, it never sounds like it's coming together. But then eventually, finally, do you play much?
I've actually started playing a lot. Like, I
Have
could,
ya?
well, just because from when we used to hang out, you used to play guitar and you were pretty good, but I couldn't really do anything. I was like, ding, 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 or like,
Yeah.
whatever. Well,
Doon, 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 doon. You just plays one bass line
I
or
would
something.
Go, ding, 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 ding.
Dude, yeah, I remember that.
But no, dude, I've learned quite a bit since then, and
What kind of stuff can you play?
I don't know, like all kinds of stuff. I have
Really?
Yeah, I like to. I don't know. I just like to learn songs that I like. So like old classic rock songs. I'm like, dude, this would be cool to learn. And I try
Yeah.
to learn it. If it's too hard, I chalk it up. If it's not,
That's
if it's not, then I learn it and I can play it. And I'm like, nice.
Dude, yeah, and I get so ambitious. I'm like, I'm gonna learn Stairway to Heaven all the way through, and then I get about. I learned part of the intro to it when I was really young, so I can still play that. And then as I start to try and learn the rest of it, I'm like, fuck this. I'm never playing guitar again.
No shot. Yeah, baby steps, my friend.
Dude, and I know, but it's so hard.
It is so hard. You get impatient, and you really do have to have patience. But
Yeah.
I was gonna bring it up because I was thinking about this. If you still play, I and Colby Sanders, who we were just talking about, who
Yeah.
I'm with, he's trying to play a little bit. He's still learning a little bit, but we want to have like jam sessions.
Fucking damn right, dude.
Would you be down,
I'd be absolutely down. I'd be down, dude.
dude?
Yeah.
And also, speaking of Ramsey, he has a keyboard. I told him, I was like, dude, learn.
Can he
some
play?
keyboard. Not really, but
Ramsey,
I told
learn,
him-
damn it.
That's what I said. I was like, dude, learn. Pack that sucker up. You're coming to the next jam sesh.
Oh hell yeah! Let me say something to Ramsey real quick. I know if you're listening to this, you're just kidding at work, which is kitting, Kitting. Has he told you anything about that?
I don't know.
Okay, I know you're just kidding. So bring your keyboard, learn some piano. Let's do this shit.
Let's literally do it.
Let's make a band.
And actually, my dad, Marky Mark, shout out. He said he wants to like start literally one of the rooms at his house. He wants to like put like soundproofing boards. He wants to make like a music room.
Can it be the garage so we can have a garage band?
That would be cool, but he does park
No.
his car in there and the ping pong tables in there when he's not parked in it.
I guess that's fair. So
No,
we'll
but
just make a room.
Trust. Just have trust. There's a cool room that's like this could be the band room.
Oh yeah, I'm all in.
And have you ever been to Arrowhead?
I haven't been to that house. No.
Dude, you gotta come sometime.
I do. I need to.
We'll set that up.
Yeah.
Let's go. But
I almost said I'd bring this to you only because we're gonna redo the floors and it's kind of a mess down here. But
yeah. I know.
I was like, fuck it. I had to come home and shower, so I also wanted to get it started as early as possible. It's already almost 9.
Holy smokes! How long? Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Um.
Are you hanging out here tonight? I was gonna ask that, or do you think you're gonna
Oh,
boot scoot and boogie? You're more than welcome
dude,
to stay the
I
night.
don't
You
know
know that
what
shit.
I'm doing because I am gonna be running at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah,
Not
so-
5, but 6.
All right.
Since I don't work. And,
Well, you're always welcome here. So.
yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
But
Skirt. Yeah, dude. I need to come out to Arrowhead though, and we'll jam.
that's it.
I'm all into
He
jam.
would go in with me to buy a drum set.
Oh, badass, dude.
So I checked at West Plains Music Store. It's like $400 for like a beginner, just like the set.
Probably
I was like,
decent, man.
I would shell out 200 if Dad would shell out 200.
Hell yeah.
Actually, he'd only have to shell out like 150, and then Adam might shell out like 50.
That'd be badass.
I'd be on that thing like.
Killing him.
No, I'd probably be like. Drums are kind of hard, dude.
I played percussion back in middle school, and I was nothing. I could play. That's like all I could play.
Yeah, when it comes to like getting like multiple things going at a time, like that's where I get messed up. Cause yeah, it's like you can do like 4, 2,
Yeah.
or something, but then you try to add like a cymbal that's in like
Eight.
or like then you get the bass drum going with your
Yeah.
kick drum.
Maybe a syncopated. Yeah, it's pretty wild stuff.
See what I'm saying?
I know. Yeah, and you doing all that and coordinating it is difficult,
I can't,
man.
Because I've been on drum sets before, like at friends' houses and
Yeah.
stuff, and I'm like, bro, I can't do what I want to do.
Yeah, you want to
map
be able to
out,
just.
map it out. You're like, this is gonna sound like this, and then like, and you just can't do it.
Yeah, because you've never practiced, you know, you can't.
Yeah, I imagine.
That's a big thing. And dude, now that I'm learning more about audio units and stuff and all of this right here, I've got some knowledge on it. Not a ton, but I'd definitely be able to help. And
we're making a song.
All in. I'm telling you right now.
All right.
I wanted to be a rapper there for a while.
Dude, spit some bars.
I used to try and freestyle. I haven't freestyled in about 3 years.
Word.
What is it?
Yeah.
Never gonna rap again. Now we're chilling. That's
You're at the podcast with Ben.
I see. I got to be in practice to have the confidence I need. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we would sometimes on the runs they seem like they take really long. So to kill time, we do stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And one of the popular things is freestyling. Well, not here at West Plains. If any of those guys are watching, we don't really do that. But at Lindenwood, we love to freestyle. And it's so stupid and we're so bad because we're, trying to, between breaths, be like, I just saw a lady with a dog. I hope it doesn't fog. Like, stupid stuff.
Yeah, no, that's good, though.
But it's so fun. And we've had, like, every once in a while you'll be like, that was a bar.
You're like, holy hell, that was a good line.
Thought of that, dude? He's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's the good stuff about freestyling is because you never know when the good stuff's going to come out.
Yeah.
No, I had about, it really wasn't a 2-year consistent span, but freshman year of college, I was like, I listened to NF. Do you know that rapper? Mm-hmm. Loved NF, man. And he was kind of a Christian rapper, so I was like, I really like that. He likes to spit out a message and do good things, it sounds like. So I kind of wanted to have that mentality and that spirit behind, I guess, the message, have a good message.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, sophomore year, I broke up with my old girlfriend, and then I was like, fuck everything, trying to rap hard as hell, and then
I'm down in the
going hard, and then I was kind of like, yeah, I don't think I want to be a rapper. It's like, I think I'm over this. I would still dude, I'd love to still go after music and play guitar. I've always said, I've told Annika this too, I've always said I've wanted to do something in music. It doesn't even have to be something I did for a living, but having
for
that
yourself,
having that hobby.
It's fun to do.
Oh yeah, man. I even paid, I don't know, 10 or 15. I think I paid $15 for a yearly subscription to Guitar Tabs. Uh-huh. You know what that is?
I do know what that is. Yeah.
And I did it at the beginning of the summer, and I played for like 3 weeks, and I haven't played since. But I need to pick it back up.
Yeah. You can be our lead. Or something.
Who would be rhythm, who would be lead, who would be, I don't even know what the technical terms are when you have like 3 guitarists, because people do play with 3 guitars. We would need a bass player. Who would be a bass player?
Dang, dude, no one has a bass.
I used to have a bass. I sold it.
I do remember that. I remember playing. You sold it?
I sold it, man. $80 going to college. I was like,
first things first, we're time traveling. You're going back. You're getting that bass.
Quantum mechanics. Oh, damn it. See, that's what I love about, like, the silly comedy. That just reminded me of Hot Rod and everything, dude. Damn it.
And back it up. And we're back. Welcome to the This Just In podcast.
That was smooth. You said it all very smoothly.
Do you want me to get you a little intro real quick?
Honestly, I'll clip it. You ready? I'm ready. Sorry, I'll shut up.
A little stuffy, so.
That's okay. I kind of am, too.
Hold up.
He's got to clear everything down.
Welcome. Welcome to the. We were talking about this earlier.
It's not the. I think I'm gonna say this just in. Welcome to the This Just In podcast.
Yeah, you gotta roll it like.
And
like
just
that.
A second ago when you did it, it was smooth as fuck.
Smooth. I don't know. I can't recall.
It's gotta be on the spot. Yep.
Welcome to the This Just In. Yeah. Okay. Welcome to the This Just In podcast. That was a little like poppy. I was going, This Just In podcast.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell. It sounded good. I'm
my own worst critic, so.
It might be my, dude, that's good. That's not a bad thing. I might end up, I'm going to have like a radio show intro. It'll be that. Welcome to the This Just In podcast.
Welcome to the This Just In podcast.
That was it right there. That's my damn intro, dude. That was perfect.
Dude, I got you, fam.
That was great. I tried to shut up as fast as I could as you started going. That was great. Oh, hell, dude.
I don't know how long you want this to be. If we should like wrap up soon.
I was gonna say it's on you, honestly. Whenever you're ready to go, just say the word.
When did we start? How long has this been?
About an hour 45, but probably the first. I normally clip out anywhere from the first 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I don't know. I'm just thinking from a business standpoint.
Yeah.
Viewership, I think, like goes down when a video is like too long. It goes up when it's like, you know, at a certain length, and then it goes down when it's like too long or something. So.
Right. That's fair.
Unless there's anything. I feel like we could literally talk all night.
I know, man.
Which is why I don't want to end it.
I know.
But...
I know. I fully feel that. I did the same thing with Evan. I was like,
dude, yeah, that one was like 2 hours.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you listen to the whole thing?
I did. I skipped through. I just skipped.
And that's fine, man.
I was
I'm
thinking
okay
about,
with that.
Just trying to like go to sleep to it or something.
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't have listened to it.
That doesn't bother me, man. Again, I really just kind of enjoy doing them because of this shit right here.
Dude.
If you listen to the one with Evan, and I think I said the same shit with Ransom, it's like, how many times do you sit down and talk with someone for 2 hours? Maybe Kaylee? And do you really even sit down for 2 hours and talk?
Yeah, not
like,
really. I mean, sometimes we have phone calls that are like that long.
Yeah,
but
okay.
I don't know. When we're with each other, we just keep doing stuff. So I get what you're saying, though.
You know, you don't have, I said the FaceTime with people, and it's,
Yeah.
dude, it's incredible. It's so much
See,
fun.
this is, like podcasting such a good thing because it's like, even if this got 0 views, it got 0 likes, and no one ever saw it, did we have a good time?
I had a great time.
I had a great time.
I've had a great time.
And that's what it's really about. You hear like famous like content creators that get like blown out because they're like, dude, I'm not having fun with this. I'm getting like millions of dollars. I'm getting millions of views. I'm getting all the love or whatever, all the hate maybe from like their fan base, and they get like worn out and they're like get like depressed and like mental issues, and they're like, dude, this sucks, and then they like quit doing it.
Yeah.
And some of the people you see who have had like longevity like on the internet sphere are people who don't care at all.
Right.
Like what their audience thinks. They're just doing it because they enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
Which makes the audience like it more.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Well, and I think authenticity is a huge part of it. Like,
yeah.
being authentic, it's like, if you're just putting on a show, people will get tired of that show.
Yeah.
So, I definitely think I, at times, put on somewhat of a, I don't want to be too crude, or I don't want to be too whatever on my podcast what's going out to the internet. But then other times I'm kind of like, man, I also want to be me. I don't want to be...
It's like you have to be yourself, but it's like people are
watching,
so
yeah.
Like,
and then someone pops in your mind and you're kind of like, if they saw this, what the hell would they think? And, but then
shout
I'm like,
out to all the people.
Parents, proud of these two. We're doing well in life, man. You can't discount our blessings either.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there are plenty of people. I say we're doing well in life. I don't mean to say that in like a prideful way. I mean to say that in like
we're happy.
we made it out in a way,
Yeah.
and I'm happy. I am proud of it, but I'm more just grateful for it because it's like there are plenty of people that are just.
There's some people that like are stuck, like they, stuck dead end job. It's like they don't.
Yeah, man.
But there's also some people who maybe chose to do that and they're perfectly happy doing it, and more power to them, But like,
all right.
Maybe people who had like ambitions and dreams and never quite. It's like, pour one out.
Yeah. Yeah. You never know what unfortunate things will happen to people.
Yeah.
So, but
good spots for sure.
Yeah, but man, you ready to wrap this up?
One last thing, shout out my mama.
Oh yeah, dude, I meant to ask you about her.
I mean, she's doing good.
She doing good?
Yeah, she's just living with cats.
Cats, you got the cats?
She's got 3 cats.
My mom's got the dogs and the farm.
Dude, y'all got hella dogs.
We got hella animals.
Hella animals in general.
We got so much stuff going on.
Yeah, it's actually like, I would kind of like it like that. I wouldn't like them to all be like house pets, but like y'all have like animals. You take care of them. It's like a thing. It's like a. It's like
not
a hobby or something.
Oh, my mom. It's a hobby for my mom. She loves it. She does love it. But me personally, it's like, so as a kid, it's like helping out on the farm. It's kind of like, damn it, I was just playing Spyro, dude. Why the fuck do I have to come help?
But we gotta go milk goats now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Damn, milking.
I used to love milking the goats.
That's so funny, dude. That was one chore I kind of enjoyed because it was like you're reaping from your livestock.
Like,
and in real time, dude, you really.
It's like this is
the milk,
we're gonna
and you're like, holy shit! You're like, what? You can squirt the cats with it. That was my favorite. Like, and the cats are like trying to drink it. They're like,
yeah,
this is great. But
remember the goat would like knock over the milk bucket.
I'd be pissed.
You literally beat the snot out of it. You boom.
I did.
Yeah, you were like, you stupid. You just get so mad, and it would just be, the goat didn't care. It was just like it was just trying to get to the like feed. It just
I don't even remember that, dude.
I remember because it's like if you ran out of, you'd like pour out some feed so it'd start eating it. And that's why you'd milk it.
Yeah.
And it's like if the feed got low, you had to put it back on there.
Oh,
like
yeah.
We like weren't paying attention.
They'd start moving around because they didn't want you milking them.
They went to like the source, like the whole sack or whatever.
Oh,
feed,
yeah.
And it like tried to walk away and like knocked over the bucket and it spilled milk.
That would piss me off,
you were
dude.
like, oh, you got mad. I think you kicked it. I think you kicked the goat. It was a thud. It was like. And,
dude, I'm a terrible human being.
no,
oh
dude,
my
it
gosh.
was hilarious. I remember I was like, oh shoot, Justin's mad. But then you kicked the goat. And I was like, that was funny though. And, oh my god. And the goat didn't care. It was just like, bleh.
Yeah, they're tough as fuck. They're just kind of like, what the fuck is that for?
It let out a little like, bleh, like when you kicked it, and that was about it.
Dude. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. PETA's gonna be on my ass. Now I'm canceled.
Now you're canceled. PETA.
PETA.
Yeah.
Hey, PETA.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter. Oh, man. Dude, I was doing something the other day.
Were you doing Joe or?
I was doing Joe and I was doing Chris. He's like, I don't know, Dad.
Dude,
Dad, Herbert wants me to go
mow again.
Mr. Herbert wants me to go mow his lawn again.
Dude, I think you did a really good, Herbert. Hey, children. You want to go?
I gotta get in my mouth.
That's good.
Hold up.
You boys want a popsicle?
You boys wanna go get lost in the forest, find a nice long stick to play with? Yeah. It must be my birthday today.
Dude, that's great.
I love that one.
That's so great. Herbert was funny, man.
Herbert.
One of my favorite episodes, I think, of all time is him fighting the Nazi. Dude. And then at the very end of the fight, he finally like pushes him over the step, and it's like he's just falling slowly. And then at the very end, he's like snaps his neck like on the sidewalk, and you're like, holy shit.
It's always something with that show. That show just got.
It's a hilarious show.
It's funny.
Oh man. But I guess I'll ask again. Are you ready to wrap up?
Yo, run it up.
Run it up. We will do this probably many more times.
I'd be down. We gotta get like a group. We gotta have either like the stat.
I was about to say the Stasnickles.
Maybe cut that. I don't know. If it's out there,
We'll do it sometime.
Yeah, because that would be Bob. That would be gas.
It would be dope, man.
Dude. But even just like a friends group though, like.
Yeah.
Like,
Me, you, yeah. Who would we do if we were doing like a throwback group? I'm trying to think about who to actually have in it.
I know if people are gonna see this, I don't want to offend anyone.
Oh no, but I'm thinking about like our throwback group. Who did we?
Our throwback group would probably be like Brody Bass, Chris Stain.
Oh yeah, man. I don't remember hanging out with Chris quite as much.
I was just thinking that from church. Brody for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was me, you, and Brody, kind of in middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris from church. That's right. I was like, that was definitely the time I remember hanging out. Maybe Gerard. If we were to do Gerard, dude. Chris, I love you, and if he ever watches this, I'd love to have Chris on. Chris is an intelligent motherfucker. I would love to talk to him.
He would literally probably blow the brain off of any person viewing or listening.
Oh yeah, I do need to have him on. Oh my gosh.
Smart.
Oh, he's such an intelligent guy, man.
And he's chill too. He's not like a smart guy who's like, well, actually, did you know that?
No.
He's just like, if you tell him something, he's got like the psychology and like the sense to be like, oh,
to be a gradual, yeah. Oh yeah. You're absolutely
if someone
right.
says something wrong, he won't be like, well, actually, this is how it works. He'll just be like,
he's like,
oh,
I actually understand it like this. He's not
to the 72nd page of the Harvard.
No, he's not a nerd in that manner. He's just an intelligent guy.
Yeah.
And did you ever hear the rumor that he got a 35 on his ACT and he got pissed off and took it again and got a 36? Did you ever hear that? I don't know if that was real.
I didn't hear that.
I don't know if that was real, but I was like,
he probably would.
Kudos to that guy.
Yeah.
Oh man, but I guess I'll go ahead and sign off because I keep coming back to.
If we don't just end it now,
we'll keep going. We're gonna keep going, but again, we'll do this in the future. So
yeah, I'd be super down.
It looks like we're 153 in. Again, I don't know how much I'll cut, but thank you for watching. It's been a fantastic time. My boy Ben Stasney.
Word up.
Maybe starting a band sometime. So.
Yeah. If you check out our #1 single when it comes out, if it does, it'll be poppin'.
It'll be bumping.
Buzzing.
But anyway, thanks for watching. We'll talk at you later. And peace.
Bye-bye.